The app that we will use to create our websites is called Weebly. Here is a local website that was created with Weebly. It's pretty basic, but it can pretty quickly and for free allow you to create a professional looking website. And Weebly will also allow your group members to work on the same site at the same time in different places. So to get to Weebly, you will just need to Google W-E-E-B-L-Y, create an account with your Midstate email, and then you can start playing around a little bit by adding a site. And when you do add a site, I'm not selling anything, so I'm going to choose not now for selling. It will ask you to select a theme, and it has them divided up, by the purpose of the website. I would stay away from blog because that's really the one that's the most different. It's like an online journal, and we're not doing that at all, but I think any of the rest would be fine to choose from. You can change the theme at any time, but of course the more work you do on the website, it's not a good idea to change the theme because it might not fit with pictures and text that you've already put on the website. I'm going to click Start Editing. I'm just going to show you a few things to get you started, but you really need to just click around and play a little bit. And Weebly does have an excellent help center. They have an online chat that's very helpful. The first thing it's going to ask me to do is to create a domain name, and that is an important part of your project. So you'll want to work with your group members to choose a domain name that is spelled correctly, that's memorable, and that really has to do with the purpose of your website. I'm going to skip that for now. You can get back to it later under the settings, click here to set site address, and you'll also need to go under the settings to invite your group members to become editors. So once you do all have accounts, one person will need to set up the site, and then they will need to add in the emails of their group members, and then click Save Editor at the bottom. And then your group members will get an email with the link to this particular site. So you'll all have separate accounts. You won't be sharing the same account or the same password, but you'll be working on the same site. So please write down your passwords when you create your account so that you don't forget those. So settings is an important tab, and the other two that are important are build and pages. So I'm going to go back to build. So here's the home page of my website, and it's got 4 other pages. I can delete these pages, I can change the titles of these pages, and I can add pages. So I'm going to go to About, and I'm going to click on Pages up here so I can actually edit that page, and I don't think I want to call it About. I think I want to call it Wolves. What are they? So that's how you change the title of that page. And then I'm just going to start changing pictures and text, and I'm going to go with their layout because this was designed by a graphic designer, and I'm creating this website in about a week and a half. So I'm just going to start typing over what they have and changing the pictures that they have. You can search for pictures within Weebly, and you can also search for pictures online. Okay, one other thing I wanted to show you was under pages. Let's say I wanted to delete a page. I can do that very easily by just clicking on that page that I want to get rid of. Let's say I want to get rid of the portfolio page, so I can just delete that. And maybe I'd like to add a completely new page and start over, which might happen. You might start working on a page and it looks messy and it becomes difficult to delete and add. So you just want to start over with a clean slate. So you can click that plus sign and click on Standard Page. Again, I wouldn't choose Blog because that's set up kind of differently. And then I would go with their layout. So they do have this box here that says Drag Elements Here. And that's really made to work with Build, where you can drag over a title box or drag over a text box. And it sort of stacks them like Legos. So you can have, 2 columns or 3 columns. I think that gets pretty complicated. So what I like to do when I start a new page is just hover up here in the white space and add one of their preformed layouts. So they've got multiple layouts to choose from under these headings. I'm going to pick Gallery Well, that looks like it's mostly pictures. If you want to have a page that's mostly pictures. Here's one called Team. If you wanted to feature the writers of the website. I'm probably going to choose from this one because it has pictures and text, which I know is on the rubric. So I'm just going to pick one of their pre-formatted designs. I kind of like this one. So that allows me to choose 3 pictures and then type some text underneath of those pictures. And that way I don't have to do any dragging or dropping or any designing myself. So now I can just type right over top of the text and save pictures to my computer and then change those pictures. So I think that's about it. You don't have to save anything. It's all saved automatically. It won't be on the web until you click publish, but you don't have to worry about people finding it on the web, because in order to do that, you'd have to go into settings, and then you'd have to fill out, all these kinds of keywords and site descriptions, which isn't part of our project. So you will click publish before you turn it in so that I can actually view your website and grade it. If you don't click publish, the only people who can view it are the people who are editors, but you don't need to save anything. Pictures do have a save button, a green save button, but other than that, everything saves automatically. So you'll probably learn that the first time you add a picture, you won't see the button, and then you'll wonder where it is, and then you can re-add it. So again, build is important. That allows you to drag and drop items if you want to do that, but I would recommend that you just use their pre-formatted layouts. And pages is important because it gets you back and forth between the different pages. You can rename pages, you can delete pages and add pages. And then settings is also important for creating your web address, your URL, and for inviting people to become editors. So don't be afraid to click around and play with Weebly a little bit. And again, if you get frustrated, I would just add a new page and start over. So make sure you save all your pictures and your text to your computer so that you can, get to them in case you mess up your page and want to start over. Also remember to write down your password, and just know that Weebly has a great help center, and there are lots of videos on Google that can help you if you have questions with Weebly, and I can help you as well.